Oh, Allah. Good evening. Chat missing. Chat. Oh, there you are. Allah, good evening. Selamat walking. Hello. Oh God, I'm doing camera today. I'm doing camera today. Hello everyone. Hi, good evening and welcome to the stream. It's your king, Itsuki. Hi. Hello Bido, hello Vanse, hello Hafizu, hello Kyo. Hi, Gigi Rosa. Yes, Gigi Rosa. It's so hot. It's so hot. Gigi Rosa here. I have item. Happy birthday, Atom! Oh my God, it's Atom's birthday! It's Atom's birthday! Happy birthday! I'm so excited! Yabai. I'm so excited. It's Atom's birthday. It's my favorite old man's birthday. My favorite old man. Yes, it's my favorite old man's birthday. And we're going to eat a cake on his stead today. He doesn't have, he's not here, but we're going to eat a cake on his stead. Yeah, I'm going to replace him, you and I, me and you. You guys cannot eat the cake either. You almost saw that. Nothing. There was nothing. Happy birthday, 아점. Happy birthday, 아점. 이제 이츠키님이 좋아 죽는 모습을 더 잘 볼 수 있겠네요. Yeah, you're gonna. Oh my God, 보코님 just said something crazy over there. 보코 just said something crazy. 아니, wait, 보코짱, 보코짱. 우리 존댓말 그만하자. 네? 우리 존댓말 그만하자. 우리 반말하고 반말하자. 네? 우리는 지금 친구. 우리 친구요. 친구. 갑자기? 아니, we've known each other for so long already. 우리 존댓말 그만하자. 네? 반말도 돼요. 반말도 돼. Yes. Boko just said, you guys can see me fangirling even better now than usual because you can see me. You can see me, so you can see me going crazy over Atom today. Okay, anyways, 하긴 많이 본 건 맞긴 한데, 그래서 우리 존댓말 그만하자. 반말. Happy birthday, our national boyfriend! Birthday to you. Birthday to Adam. Birthday to you. Birthday to Adam. Birthday to you. I've got two of Adam. My favorite man. My favorite man. Okay, so now I'm cosplaying as Rosa today. Because Rosa is Atom's wife. I want to be... No, I don't really want to be Atom's wife, you know? Like, I don't want to be anyone's wife right now. The fan wins look intense. It's like under the table. The fan is under the table. Bro, And it's so hot. I'm sweating. Okay. 괜찮아. I'm doing this for you guys. I smell. If only I can transfer the smell right now. Kidding supremacy. Alright. So I've got a cake. Item's cake. It's a one slice cake. You don't want to sniff? You don't want to sniff? Yeah. Candles. Oh, sadly I don't have candle. I just remembered I bought the cake yesterday, and I don't remember of getting candles, so I don't have candles. Crazy thing to say. Anyways, ということで shall we? Right now I'm at the last phase of this item birthday event. So this one is like the last phase, and then we're celebrating together with him. Oh, why is it laggy? Nande laggy nano? Omae nande laggy nano? Ah, stop being laggy! Ah! Why is he so laggy? Come on. Okay, let's go. You don't see me. Put on something.
感觉可以再试试别的搭配。
What? Where? What?
感觉可以，毕竟是正式场合。
Oh.
选择西装绝不会出错。
Partly because you're 3D model, right? It's so RTX. Cannot handle. Oh, we're going with this one. We're going to court with him. For that. Oppa! On the way back after the seminar, you and Artem pay a visit to the Kylos Courthouse Museum. The exhibits chronicle the... Where's the volume solo? Okay. The exhibits chronicle the development of Lombardian law, culminating in a holographic projection of the Code of Hammurabi at the end. You and Atom tour the museum, nearing the end in an area where there are only the two of you. Atom lets out a soft sigh.
不论哪个国度，自律法诞生以来，其完善都是漫长而艰辛的。
Artem casts his eyes down. His expression brings to mind a conversation he once had with his father. Though he doesn't say it outright, you understand the underlying meaning of his words. You reach out and take his hand, feeling the familiar warmth of his palm. Sweaty palm. That's why your father is pushing for the new legislation, despite all the obstacles.
这也是我们坚守本心的理由。
Nearby, a heated discussion draws your attention. Looking over, you notice some sort of event taking place at the holographic projection exhibit. It's Gar! Oh my god, that's me right now! The two of you head to the holographic projection exhibit. There, a sign reads, "A day in the life of a lawyer."
看样子是博物馆向公众开放的全息游戏，
all play League.
借此向大众传播法律知识。
Okay. I wonder if being a lawyer in Lombardia is any different.
想试试？
Oh, definitely. We might not be familiar with the laws here, but that's exactly what the game is for. We're playing a game. The staff's help in putting on the equipment and adjusting the language settings. You and Adam start the first round. After 15 minutes, you finish the first game. However, when you turn to check on Adam, you see that he is still engrossed in it. You gently remove your equipment and move next to Adam to watch him play. Wow, we're actually playing League. In the game, the player is presented with two options: question the parties involved and hire a private detective. Almost instinctively, Artem selects question the parties involved. Typical Artem. Even in the questions that follow, Artem continues to stay true to his characteristic work style in his choices. When the game ends, Artem takes off the equipment. I thought you would do things differently and explore other options since it's just a game.
只是下意识就这么选了。
Autopilot.
可能是身为律师的习惯吧。
Certainly sounds like the Mr. Wing I know though. Realizing that you're teasing him, Artem gives you a wry smile. The game menu refreshes, signaling the start of a new game. Artem puts down the equipment and lets another visitor to take his place. We're going for another round, Mr. Wing!
不用了，就算再来一次，我还是会做相同的选择。
I need to listen to him. Voice. It's true, as lawyers, it's hard not to see our own experiences reflected in simulation games like this. You and Artem converse quietly by the wall, unnoticed by the people around you who are all focused on the game.
虽然极少时候我也会想，如果自己选择了另一种人生的话，我会如何度过？
Evening Rosa, bukan. Kalau bukan apa? Hiking, alamin.
但我从来没有后悔过成为律师，而且在这条道路上，我做了所以我不需要在游戏中改变，或者弥补什么。
I know, Artem, you've been doing a great job all this time. Artem Para's full sentiments reflect the way he has always carried himself in the man everyone knows him as. His eyes are calm and gentle, yet they carry a bright resolve. Whoa! What happened? What was that? Oh. Be it when he was still a rookie lawyer or after he has gained a legendary status in the industry, his gaze remained as clear and untarnished as ever. Much like a constant light flickering through the shadows of the past and lighting up the future you have yet to know. 生日快乐! Looks like I've misjudged my workload. I'll need to catch up on some work while we're here. I guess I'll finish it up during the break. Even though the Lombardia itinerary has been finalized, I just can't shake off the feeling that it's still missing that finishing touch. I must come up with more mementos that we can use to remember this trip by. Oh, I know, I can capture the memories in a drawing and gift it to Artem after the trip. I think he'll love it. After touring the Kaila's Courthouse Museum, you and Artem return to the hotel. With the trip nearly at its end, Artem's birthday is almost here. Hoping to create a joyous mood befitting a birthday celebration for Artem even when you two are far from home, you decide to bake him a birthday cake. Haha, I don't have a birthday cake like homemade for him. The hotel agreed to your request to borrow their hardly used kitchenette, so you take the chance to slip out in the middle of the night while Artem's sound asleep. After fiddling around in the kitchen for some time, you finally put together a simple cake. Think back to how Artem nearly stumbled upon the surprise when he stirred awake earlier. Glad that you managed to cover it up. When you return to your room, moonlight shines through the floor to ceiling windows, its soft glow gracing the dark room and illuminating Artem on the couch. Why is he sleeping on the couch, Nandi? A leather scrapbook placed open on his knees. While souvenirs that you picked up during your trip are placed on the table, he probably grew sleepy before he could get through it. Artem has his back resting against the couch, sleeping soundly. You quietly tiptoe over to him, gazing up close at his sleeping face in the moonlight. His thick hair appears tousled, and his bangs fall messily over his face. Artem furrows his brow and leans further into the side of the couch, seemingly to find a more comfortable position. What is he dreaming of? Just as you're hesitating whether to wake Artem up, his eyes slowly flutter open.
Oh, 你回来了。
回来啦。Snuggle into his arms, stopping him from getting up. Artem then shifts slightly in his seat for you to nestle more comfortably against him. Why were you sleeping on the couch?
本来想等你回来，就坐在这儿看照片，没想到睡着了。
You feel autumn nuzzling against your hair.
可能因为最近太放松了，不知不觉就。
I woke up in the middle of the night to prepare so that I could keep it a surprise for you, but you found out about it still.
那，要不然我假装不知道。
The thought of Artem earnestly trying to keep up his act of ignorance forms in your mind, amusing you briefly. No, it's okay. You'll come to know of the surprise anyway. Wanna take a guess?
是蛋糕。
What? How did you know that? And on your first guess? You straighten up in surprise, though Artem merely responds with a smile in his eyes, twirling a lock of your hair around his finger. Oh my god. He's like...
你身上有面粉和奶油的味道。
Damn. So I unknowingly exposed myself to think I even arranged for the hotel staff to bring up your cake when we called for room service.
既然被发现了，要不要现在就把这份惊喜送给我？
Yeah, fine. It is difficult to make out Autumn's expression in the dark, but you can tell he means what he just said.
毕竟0点已经过了，比起再让你费心找一个送出蛋糕的时机，不如就趁着现在。
Oh my god, my hair. Stop. Stop. Alright then, I'll go get the cake.
我陪你。
Ooh. Baju Adam style. Like. Hello, Shahir. Returning to your room with the cake, you lead Adam onto the balcony. Nighttime tends to get somewhat chilly in Lombardia during the season. Artem goes back into the room for a blanket to drape over you. You use your hands to shield the cake from the gentle night breeze, and Artem strikes a match before lighting the candles. The dancing candle flame casts a quivering dim glow in the balcony, causing your shadows to also flicker along in synchrony.
Flicker!
Waiting till the candle flame burns steadily, you bring the cake closer to Artem. It's time to make a wish.
我
Nee. The warm candlelight flickers in his eyes, and Artem moves his lips ever so slightly, though what you expect does not come. What's wrong?
我好像没什么别的愿望了。
Under?
一开始我只是想和你一起度过今天，对我来说维持现状已经足够了。
But birthdays only come once a year. How can you give up on making a wish? You mutter ruefully under your breath, only to see Adam slightly chuckling to himself in the glow of the candlelight. He's like, haha.
好吧，
好吧, make a wish ba. Make a wish ba. Adam Sabah confirm. How ba? He clears his throat and leans forward before closing his eyes, as if silently making a wish. When he opens his eyes again, he moves his gaze away from the candles and looks right into your eyes instead.
希望这次生日能够拥有一些特别的体验。
The hell? Can I ask him to do that again? New experience? New EXP? Your gaze falls upon the cake and an idea pops into your head. This should be something no one has ever tried on Autumn before. Ranking my Autumn! With that thought in mind, you pick up some cream in your fingers, skid closer to Adam, and smear the cake on his cheek! Ah! Got fireworks, people are celebrating Adam's birthday. Yay! They know! Oh my god, they know! People dead dumb. A look of surprise crosses Adam's face when the thick, cloying cream comes into contact with his face. As though on reflex, he turns to look at your cream-laced finger.
你
What? This count as a new experience? You go blank. Artem pauses and you take the chance to smear more cream onto his face. Rosa is like... The air around you fills with the cloyingly sweet scent of cream. Artem purses his lips and astonishment flashes across his countenance, now replaced by a smile.
我的确还没有体验过脸上被抹奶油。
Nobody
看来今年的愿
dares.
望也顺利实现了。
Crazy. Fleshy abuse. You prod at Artem's cheek with your finger, letting out a sigh of resignation. You know, I'll do everything I can for you, no matter what it is. I can't let it go. That's understand.
为什么这么执着于让我许愿呢？
Because why not? Artem's unexpected question leaves you stunned. He keeps his gaze trained on you, silently waiting for your answer. Call it a spur of the moment idea, I guess. I got reminded by the time we spent in the capital. Back then, I said I'll always be by your side, no matter what the future holds.
我当然记得。
Artem tilts his head to the side, his hair brushing past your fingers. He knows what you are trying to get at. You pause briefly to caress his face before continuing. So, while we're together, you should also have things you want or need from me. Like relying on me or coming to me for help. You don't have to worry about showing me your weak side. I'll do everything I can to reciprocate your needs. I'm gonna hide.
就像希望我许一个愿望一样。
Yeah. Artem picks up your hand and rubs his thumb along your...
我并非对你无所求，只是你总会更早一步就让我满足。就算我所求更多，也没关系吗？
Like... Of course, you can ask for anything. He's checking for my pulse. Oh my god, he's so considerate. You know, he's like considerate king. He's checking for my well-being. Artem parts his lips to say something, but a shooting star glides across the sky, beating him to it. You look up at the sky, enraptured by the sudden bright flash of light. Ah! Artem! A shooting star! Do you see? Confused by his lack of response, you turned.
我错过了。好在我不需要对着流星许愿。所以此刻，我只想看你。Stop! マジで本当にちんちゃアーツもウィンガ You! I'm so tired. I'm so tired. What's the next one? What was that? He don't want to see other things. He just want to see me. Me! Stop. Can this hair like... Oh my god, look at my shade. Like... We don't talk about skin tones. So pretty!
my god. Yes! Ah, new badge! Atom is 4 years old! Atom is 4 years old! Kawaii! Oh, so pretty. So pretty. So pretty.
倘若当时你在我身边，你会给我一个答案吗？倘若当时你在我身边，或许那时我的确存有遗憾。今夜梦中，再送我一束花吧。
Fuck you mean, man? Apa maksud? Apa maksud gila? Oh my god. Yes, so I want to play his birthday card. Wait, this one. I want to play this birthday card, but before we play this birthday card, why is my game lagging? Before we play this birthday card, let's eat cake. Let's eat cake. Ego nabasa isyarat lang. Tung tung tung. 스트레스 한잔. 뭐야, 진짜로 케이크를 가져왔었어. I did bring a cake. I bought a cake for Atom. It's a red velvet cake. 잠깐만. How do I? Rawr. How do I even? Like oh. 무슨 맛? Red velvet. Red velvet flavor, so it's basically chocolate. I bought red velvet because Artem is like pink. Artem's color code is pink, so that's why I wanted to buy chocolate because he's like brown also, but then he's more of a pink guy. hold on. Can you see? Oh, okay. Red velvet cake. Looks so good. It looks so good. I bought this cake on a at a shop that I always buy birthday cakes. It's like my local cake shop. A local cake shop. I want to take a picture, but I'm using my phone for the light. Chana, I already have a picture anyway. So let's eat this cake while we chit chat for a bit. Let's just literally just talk about anything. It's like, why not, right? What is that? Is that for chef? What is the sangkut? My mom was like, why would you buy a cake for someone's birthday and this guy doesn't even exist and this guy doesn't even know you? Mother, you don't get it. You don't get it, mother. I'm in love with this guy, this stupid looking plushy guy. I'm in love with him. Mother, you don't get it. Mother, you chinchamola, you know? Oh. Lamb Kanashirama, real. Feed the Artem plants. Artem plants, you're so dumb, baby. Look at him. You're so dumb, baby. You're so dumb. Where? Why is it so good? Why is it so good? Wait. Pause. Yo. You guys want some? It's actually really good at what the hell? Rah! Take that shit, you stupid dumb baby. It's just sponge cake. I like it. I like light cake. Thanks. You're welcome. Delivery bila. Sickening. So sickening. But magic, yeah. Magic untuk menyantau. You dumb baby. Wow. Eating sugar at night like this, eating a cake at night like this, it feels so nice. It feels like you're breaking the rules, you know? I should be a TikTok live streamer at this point. If I keep doing this kind of shit. やめてよ。
今夜梦中，再送我一束花吧。
I got coffee. Oh my god, let me show you my Chenla standee. This one was the one that I got yesterday. Chenla was in KL today. He was like having a meet and greet in front of Pavilion. Ooh, so many people came to see him. Hehe, Chenla. I love Chenla. Chenla is so... I don't know, I saw him during that one NCT Dream concert, joint concert along with other artists, and he was so good. He sings, the way he sings live, it was so, and his head is big. He's got like huge head. I like him. Do I want to finish the cake? But the cake is not much. I think I can finish. Go confess to him. Chilla! 좋아해. Simpan makan is no! No! Let me be fat. Let me be fat. I wanna eat. I really envy my brother and sister. Their metabolism is like fast, so they don't really gain weight. I'm the one in the family that gains weight. That I'm constantly on a like heavy and not heavy, heavy and not heavy, and then sometimes, like I think a few, like 2 years ago, my face was really round. It was like this round, like super round, like you couldn't even see my chin. It was super round, but now it's not that round. My face was like super round back then, like just maybe 1 or 2 years ago. No, I think I lost a bit of weight, and I can fit in my old pants. I can fit in my old pants, so I lost a bit of weight. Bam, 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 bam. But like, it's not like also I'm trying to control what I eat also. Like I don't care. My cousins are so funny. They're always like, oh, let me go on a diet, let me go on a diet, let me go on a diet. Okay. They care so much, but then their diet is like they just don't eat rice. That's a wrong way to diet, guys. Wrong way to diet. That's not how you diet. Imagine that. The right way to diet is eat cake in the middle of the night. Yeah, mate. Yeah, mate. Because it's a special occasion. It's Artem's birthday. Whenever it's Artem's birthday, you have to eat cake. Also, Artem's fans in Malaysia, in KL, they did like an Artem birthday billboard at Bukit Bintang. It was so cute, but then it was raining. I saw the video, people were sharing it. It was raining. Oh, that was quite sad. Want to diet, eat chicken chop every day. Bro. Especially as for chicken chop breast part, because it's so dry. It's protein. I really wanted to go to like Artem's birthday cafe event this year. Last year I was like, last year I'm gonna go to Autumn's birthday cafe event, rah! Because for sure in KL they will do it, because they were starting to do like Luke's birthday cafe, Maria's birthday cafe, even Vin's birthday cafe. They started doing it like last year or the last 2 years, and then I was like so confident that they will do it this year for Autumn, but then I couldn't. R.I.P. I wish I could go to the Luke one. Luke is going to be by the end of the year. They did the Marius one already. Yeah, did they? No, they haven't. They haven't done the Marius one. But I'm like looking forward to how are they gonna do it. Birthday cafe events are so fun. I want to experience the fangirl stuff. Let me be one of them. I am built for that. I'm not built for, I don't know, I'm not built for the harsh world. I'm built for hee hee ha ha girly stuff. Okay, just a bit more. I'm gonna finish this. Let me gobble this up. And gobble this up, Artem. Is it okay for me to gobble your cake up? Oh my god. Imagine Artem seeing Rosa eating his cake. He won't say anything. He will be just like, yeah, just eat. Just eat. I don't care. Artem kata boleh. Real. That's what canon Artem would do. Oh. The contact lens I'm wearing today is actually Zane's. It's so green. I never really properly look at it. First time I wore it was the one when I went to Kuching for Zane. So I didn't look at it properly. Looks a bit yellow also. I don't know what Rosa's true eye color is. It looks olive, but sometimes it's green, sometimes it's yellow. So I just look around. Very striking. What is this? Mukbang? Mukbang for 30 minutes. Oh my god. I just figured out something. I can literally tell Artem Ni hao fan shit. Ni hao fan shit. Artem canonically Chinese. Lama mukbang. But you eat for what? Like how long do you eat? Of course, like 30 minutes to 1 hour, right? You don't eat for like 5 minutes, right? Okay, I finished. Ni hao fine shit. Minutes lah paling lama. Stop lying to me! What the hell? Nobody eats for 10 minutes. What do? You're not chewing your food. You lahap your entire food. You just swallow. You just swallow. You don't chew. That's dangerous, my guy. That's dangerous. You don't do that. Chew your food properly. That's how you choke. You wanna try choking? Yeah, you can. Ni hao fan shit. Eat while drink. Multitasking. Always got choked when eat. See? That's why you don't rush your food, you stupid idiot. Huh? You rush your eating, you rush your food, of course you choke. Hey. Do not speedrun your eat. You know what God say? Take your time. That's what God say. No, God didn't say that. I was just bluffing. Alright, okay. You know what? Let me like let me restart my game because it's lagging so much. It's lagging so much, so let me restart my game. Boom. Oh my god, Artem. A waste of time? No, it's not. Unless you're rushing to go somewhere, unless you're rushing to go anywhere, rushing to do something else, of course it's gonna be a waste of time. But if you're not rushing to go anywhere, then it's not a waste of time. Then it's good to not rush your food, to not rush, yeah, to just not rush anything at all. You need to digest properly. Stop! So cringe. What the hell? I'm at there. Stop. Tears of Themis. Yigonga? Is this already good? Where's the sound? Only us watching you do Krish thing. Yeah. And then one of you is gonna clip that shit and spread it around. No lah. Nobody clips. It's fine. What the hell? It's not loading now. Oh my god. Yeah. This is Artem like 5 minutes ago. Twirling Rosa's hair. You're not gonna clip that, dude. No, you're not gonna clip that. You're not gonna do that.
Tears of Themis.
Oh, there we go. Tears of Themis. You need that? Turn it into a GIF or something. Stupid. Ding 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 ding. Okay, we're gonna play his birthday card. Di mana dia anak kambing saya, anak kambing. Where's the start button? Na 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 na. Mata. Tatashi o mite. Mata. Start! Oh, hey, why is it so laggy? Why is it so laggy? I don't... Maganda! 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 So laggy for what? Loading ka? Yeah. It's still loading and lagging. Usually it's not like this. What is wrong? Like, what is happening with my PC? Okay.
今夜梦中，那时我将这一或许今夜梦中，倘若当时
I
你
didn't
在我
open
身边，
anything. Yeah, no.
你会给我一个答案吗？
Oh. Nah, okay.
倘若当时
Lagi
你
leh.
今夜梦中，倘若当时你在我身边，倘若当时你在我身边，倘若当时你在今夜梦中，那时我将这一切都当作一场证明。
Okay. Let's go over. Dun 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 dun. Okay. Birthday card. How many chapters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 chapters. Okay, can. This takes like an hour or something. Let's take off the coat. Welcome to the Capital Lawyers Association. Please show me your ID. After verifying your identity, the receptionist brings you to the... Why does it do that? Why does my chat do that? To the association's lobby. There you immediately spot Artem who has been waiting for you. Your eyes meet and he comes forward, gently taking your hand back from you.
这次连累你了。
Oh my god, wait, his fit. His fit is so pretty. Eh. His fit is so pretty. Eh. Eh. Eh, that looks so good on him. Don't say that. I'm alright. The man looks as composed as ever. His calming presence soothes your frazzled nerves, chasing away the anxiety that had built up from rushing over. After a brief silence, you voice the question on your mind. Why is an inquiry being held? The email mentioned something about breach of conduct and a complaint, but...
违规是假，举报是真。
This... How do you pronounce that word? Sucking? Suck ink? Suck ink answers only makes the situation seem even more mystifying. While on a business trip, you received an email from the Lawyers Association. The email writes that Autumn has been suspected of professional misconduct and is a person of interest in an anonymous allegation of wrongdoing. Wait, what? Huh? Succinct. 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 Yeah, for sure, succinct is not it. Succinct. Succinct. Yeah. Wait, what? Email writes that Artem has been suspected of professional misconduct. Oh, okay. That's bad. The email did not include any details about the complaint that was filed, but only summoned Artem to an inquiry that will be held in the capital. As his work partner, your attendance has been requested as well. Although Artem has contacted you about this, it seems there are some things that he'd rather not say over the phone. Thankfully, you are already in the midst of closing your case at hand. After wrapping up the loose ends, you immediately came over to join him. Is it an act of retaliation by someone involved in the case you've been working on? Artem has been offering legal aid to a client recently. Although it started as a simple case, more and more parties become embroiled in it over time, causing Artem to burn the midnight oil almost every night. At the question, Artem lowers his gaze, hesitation creeping over his features.
算是吧，也可能和我父亲有关。
With uncle? You blurt out in surprise. You still have a ton of questions in your mind, but then you hear loud footsteps coming from the other end of the lobby.
看来这位就是鼎鼎大名的左律师啊。幸会，我叫张岩，是本次质询会的负责人。两位，请到接待室去谈吧。
Having identified himself as the inquiry officer in charge, Zhang shows you and Artem to the waiting room. He gestures to the couch by the side, inviting the two of you to have a seat.
不用紧张，今天只是请两位来核实一些基本信息，还没到正式的质询环节。
You and Artem seat yourselves on the couch, and Zhang kindly begins the conversation across the slim, narrow glass coffee table.
据我们了解，左律师近期在给一批网贷受害者提供法律援助。
Money lending scam. Artem is involving himself with Along.
是。
以左律师现在的身价，还能提供无偿援助，难怪总受到协会表彰啊。
Zhang chuckles half-heartedly, his eyes devoid of mirth. Then he takes out the document and pushes it toward you and Artem. You look at the document. It's a recently published statutory interpretation draft relating to repressive measures taken on illegal peer-to-peer money lending.
这份新公布的草案，两位应该有所耳闻吧？
As a lawyer, it's a given that you pay attention to every new law passed. When it was published, the law firm had immediately organized a study group to parse and analyze it. Once the new statutory interpretation comes into effect, it is only a matter of course that dubious peer-to-peer money lending organizations will be severely impacted. As the new legislation will have far-reaching implications and involve strict regulations, it created an uproar the moment it was published. Amid well-founded concerns and discussions, there is no lack of felonious companies taking advantage of the chaos for personal gain. I'm having a hard time trying to understand all of these words, man. Okay, so there's like a new law. There's a new law. Okay. Okay, so the new law is impacting the money lending organizations. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then it impacted, and then it created some... It created an uproar. Mm-hmm. It created an uproar, but nobody did anything bad, basically. Yeah, there's a lot going on right here. Okay. Yeah, okay. The one heading the implementation of the draft is Mr. Brian Wing, the current Chief Justice and also Autumn's dad.
差点忘了，起草的法官不正是左律师的父亲吗？
Yeah.
左律师一定提前拿到了内幕消息，才这么积极参与受害者援助吧。
Melis laces Jung's gaze, which is locked onto Artem. Despite this being the two men's first meeting, for some reason, the former has taken a decidedly hostile attitude toward the latter. Damn. However, Jung's scolding remarks merely makes Artem raise his brows.
给弱势群体提供法律援助，关注最新的司法动向，这两件事每个律师都会做，跟我父亲是谁没有关系。 张律师想说什么，不妨直言。
直言就是，有关部门接到举报，首席大法官滥用职权，为了帮助儿子，才积极推行这项法律解释。
This whistleblower. Who? You're so bad?
索然，协会怀疑你利用亲属关系提前获知新规，为自己谋取利益，将对你进行调查。
Your heart sinks. You suddenly realize what Artem had meant when he said that this crisis might have something to do with his father. Artem doesn't refute Jung's accusations immediately. Instead, he casts his eyes down in quiet contemplation. What you can do now is... Yeah, we'll wait and see. Since Artem brought up Uncle just now, he must already have had an inkling of the circumstances. If so, he must have his reasons for keeping silent now. I don't have the full picture of what's going on. If I give in to impulse and speak, it'll only give others a weapon to wield against us. Better wait and see for now. After thinking it through, you suppress the urge to do something, adopting a wait-and-see approach instead. Seeing that you and Artem have both elected to keep your own counsel, Jung chuckles slyly. It is clear that he's an old hand at dealing with situations like this.
二位律师放心，我们一定据实调查，不会听信举报者的片面之词。
She got half picture. You can say that, yeah. You can say that she's got like a tiny bit of a fragment of the picture. Not the full picture though. She knows a bit. She knows a bit. Not too much.
今天就到这儿了，正式的质询会在2日后举行。
Okay.
到时候要怎么才能解释清楚？左律师可要好好想想。
Damn, he's like waiting for Artem's downfall or something. With those parting words, Jung leaves the waiting room. Despite learning of the whistleblower report, Artem has presented a calm and self-possessed front the whole time. He turns to you and lightly presses the back of his hand against your cuff in reassurance.
别担心，我会处理好。
What a reliable man. Like, this is why I like him. He's like, don't worry about it, I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it because he's mature like that and he's an adult like that. He's so good. We will take care of it. Like, you and me, you and me, you and me. We. You correct him firmly. Baseless accusations won't amount to anything, so I'm not particularly worried. Did you already know that this was going to happen, though?
接到消息后，有了一些猜测。最近只有这一个案子存在争议，我的当事人都是受害者，举报的一方只可能是网贷公司。
My clients are all victims.
比起应对我这边，真正悬在他们头上的利剑是新规。所以我才举报，是针对父亲的。
Oh, they're
虽然有
targeting
刻意
his
保密
dad.，
但通过一些手段拿到我的家庭信息并不难。
Let me read that. He's reliable and you have his back. Dream team. Absolutely. We've got each other's back. Neo got my back. Yeah, it's really hard. Like, his name is Wing. And I'm pretty sure he looks like his dad. He doesn't really look like his mom. Ben, how are things with Uncle now?
之前听说草案引来了很多反对的声音，更具体的情况还不知道。
Suddenly, the sound of Atom's phone vibrating cuts your conversation short. He glances down at the screen.
父亲打来的。
Dad! He stares hesitantly at the caller's name on the screen, but eventually picks it up after a few seconds.
喂，父亲，我已经到首都了。我们俩都在。
Talking about me? Talking about me? Talking about me? Wayne? No, not Wayne. Wing. Wing, like chicken wing. Artem Wing. Your name seems to have come up in the conversation. Talking about me? Artem puts the caller on speaker, after which you hear a no-nonsense voice come through the phone.
好，我派车去接你们，见面再聊。
Oh my god, father-in-law. You turn to Adam in surprise, only to see that he is no less puzzled than you are.
是时候和您见面。
Wait,
不需要回避一下。
are we gonna see his dad?
现在不需要了。
Wait, father reveal? I've never seen his dad. I've never seen his dad. I've only seen his mom. 잠깐만. Wait, 진짜 맞지? 잠깐만. Wait. I gotta look good. I gotta look good. What the hell? The man on the other end of the line replies assertively.
我明白了。
Father reveal? Wait. The manor is decorated in a fusion of understated elegance and rustic charm. The only thing that stands out is a wall of books, a clear reflection of what the master of the house indulges in. Brian isn't home. Brian isn't home at the moment, according to his secretary who showed you and Artem in. He had called for a press conference at the last minute and even arranged for a live broadcast of it. In the meantime, you and Artem are to wait for him here. You breathe a quiet sigh of relief when you hear that Brian won't be home, so I want to see him. I want to see him though. Even though you and Artem are already engaged, you haven't had the chance to probably call in on him as his son's fiancé this whole time. Because of this, you don't feel quite at home around Brian like how you do around Kimberly, especially not when your interaction with him has been largely limited to a reading about his exploits as Chief Justice in the news.
记者会。
Oh. How am I his fiancé without even meeting his father? Like, let's be family right now. Artem murmurs contemplatively, his brows furrowing. What's wrong?
这时候开记者会，可能和草案有关。
Oh, it's weird. Didn't Uncle's secretary mention just now that the press conference will be broadcast live? Why don't we watch while we wait? Taking a seat beside Artem, you take out the tablet and navigate to a live stream of the press conference. On camera, Brian earnestly responds to reporters' barrage of questions, patiently clarifying the contentious clauses of the new regulations one by one.
新解释是为了防止违规网贷损害公众的权益。目前正在征集公众意见，欢迎社会各界积极参与，提出建议。
In law school, Brian is well regarded by the professors as an approachable person with a no-nonsense attitude towards scholarly pursuits. When facing the press, he presents himself as an impartial and respected lawmaker. Every word he utters conveys calm conviction, convincing his audience to put their trust in him. Maybe he wanted them at the house so they don't get hounded after the press conference. Father is trying to protect us? He's trying to protect us. Need me a dad like that. Need me a father like that. Real. He's so good. Wait. Oh, 감동받았어. You could be completely wrong, but okay, but like, this kind of true though. Can happen. It can happen. Uncle's candid explanation should be able to dispel most people's misconceptions towards the new regulations. You remark as you look at Artem. However, his brows are still furrowed, and his voice drops to a troubled whisper.
确实能稳住舆情，但也把自己
Malay.
推到了风口浪尖上。
As if to prove Artem right, at the press conference, a reporter suddenly shoots a barbed questions at Brian.
听说有知情人士举报，您是为了给亲属谋利才推进这项草案的，对此您有什么解释吗？
Oh. 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 The reporter's words instantly create a furor. The amount of words that I can't read. Staff members quickly step forward to remove the reporter, but the man under the spotlight stops them. His voice rises and falls rhythmically as he speaks into the microphone, his carefully enunciated response reaching every corner of the room.
污蔑或者威胁一位法官很容易，每位法官都有家人，在诬陷者眼里，这就是把柄。 但没有一位司法者会因遭受威胁就放弃捍卫法律。法律是天下之常事，不该成为任何一方谋取私利的工具。
Chief Justice,
我恳请
alright.
公众不要受一时的舆论引导，对法律和司法的公正性抱有怀疑。
Yeah.
这份举报是否属实？ 相信很快就会有定论。
With that, the press conference comes to an end, and the screen turns black. You can't help but muse over the reporter's mention of the complaint filed against Brian and Artem. Now that word of the complaint has leaked, the press is going to have a field day. That reporter sure is well informed.
是有人故意把消息放出来的。
And that person is Jung. The Jung guy. Peer-to-peer moneylenders? It doesn't take more than a moment for you to understand what Artem is implying. The unlawful moneylenders will definitely do all they can to thwart the approval of the statutory interpretation draft, and this period of public feedback is the best time for them to do it.
质询会可能也是计划里的一环。通过质询证明举报属实，再曝光我们父子关系。 引导公众质疑父亲的公正性。
The Lawyers Association will be impartial about this, won't they? Or do you think, even as you give voice to your doubts, you've already figured out the crux of the matter? There's no doubt that Lawyers Association will remain impartial, but Jung, on the other hand, The motivations for his animosity toward Artem might be worth looking into. Fear quietly takes root in your heart and your blood runs cold. This means the one they're really targeting is glaring car headlights flash by the windows for a fleeting moment before disappearing. Ah. Father, let's breathe proper. Do I look good, Chad? Do I look good? I'm nervous. I look perfect for Artem. You look cute for real. Oh my god, right? Okay. Ready to meet your father-in-law. I'm so ready. I'm so ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Okay. Beyond the window, night has already fallen. Ebony feathered birds caw in the shadow of foliage, fly in circles as if spying on the occupants of the brightly lit house. The lights on the other end of the hallway flicker on as footsteps approach. You catch snatches of a brisk exchange between the two people who have just entered the house.
大检察官已经到了，今晚的会面要取消吗？
啊，不用取消，一切照常。
You know what? Cancel Artem. Get me. Cancel Artem. Get me his dad. Oh. Cancel Artem, get me his dad. I Old man. Old man. Oh. That is truly Artem. Oh, but his eyes are not blue. Artem got his mom's eyes. Mature edition. I kind of want him. With the stash, yeah, like a skirt, you know. Why is what? Why you look like that? Damn! I mean, capture the moment. Dad, do you have a moment for a conversation? Or would you perhaps like tea? Or I could brew a coffee? Or like, you know.
今晚那名记者，他任职的报社主编打电话来之前，说之后会更严格的审核采访稿件。
哦。
Wait, let me listen to his voice again.
啊，不用取消，一切照常。
This is the kind of voice that drills into your head, you know? His reply, though quiet, is enough to let the secretary know how they should follow up on the matter. As the next wall lamp lights up the hallway, the secretary raises another concern, albeit with some uncharacteristic hesitation this time.
已经有多家媒体报道了今晚的新闻，网络上的议论也在逐渐发酵。
However, the words don't garner a response. Instead, the man leading the way suddenly stops in his tracks, causing the secretary to look at him from behind in confusion. In the dimly lit area between the wall lamps in front, the secretary sees the shadowy figure bending over. He picks up something resembling a matte black razor blade, yet also like an odd bit of paper that had been accidentally left behind. Huh? It is only when the man lays the blade-like silhouette in a suspended pot of clivia that the secretary realizes that it is just a diseased leaf that had fallen over. Oh. The imbalance of light and dark had distorted a tough evergreen plants into sinister shadows, making even the silhouette of a harmless leaf seem like monstrous claws against the wall. The secretary's gaze subconsciously lingers on the plant. However, the man in front has already moved on without a second thought.
也该开始了。
Yo, why does that look like that? I want him. There's a bug on my monitor. So wild. Damn. The conversation dies down as the footsteps come closer and closer. You direct your gaze to the study's door. The middle-aged man leading the way is dressed neatly in a suit with a cultured and self-possessed air around him. Despite having had a hectic schedule today, he shows no sign of fatigue. On the contrary, his eyes are aglow with bright conviction. Seeing him walk in, you and Artem rise from your seats. Oh my god, Artem and Mr. Ryan together in the room, like, it's a treat for me. Hey, Artem. This how Artem look like. Hello, uncle. You subconsciously straighten your back. Even though you are now part of the family, you can't help but become nervous in front of Brian. As though a student toward a teacher.
坐。
Oh my god, let's. The Atom, the Brian. Do I want to call him uncle? Like, I don't want to call him uncle. I want to call him Brian. I want to call him Mr. Brian. Like, you know. After receiving further instructions from Brian, the secretary leaves. Brian then takes a seat behind the desk, where he casts an impassive look at Artem.
你来首都前，应该先和我通电话。举报是针对我来的，但质询会是为了引你入局。
我明白。
Suddenly, Artem doesn't look that. Sorry. I'm so stuck on his dad. Artem nods in acknowledgement. Now that Brian has broached the subject, he too begins to analyze the circumstances surrounding his father and himself. His calm and rational demeanor, no different from his usual self at work.
借着草案的热度，把大家的关注重点引到我和您的关系上来。手段低劣。
There is birthday. I even ate his cake. I know it's. I shouldn't do that. I need a water. I don't really need water, but I do need some fan. When I need air. Oh, like. Artem's dad, Mr. Ryan Wing. Look at them, look at them. Look at them side by side, up and down. What do you call that? It's not side by side, but like up and down. Down below, up above, down below. Suddenly, Artem just looks like a child, you know? He's 4 years old! Wait, what? What was he talking about? Okay.
澄清也同样简单，一份由律师协会发出的声明足以平息谣言。我会在舆论扩散前处理好。
你看得这么清楚，
更应该知道自己没必要卷进来。
Ryan's calm but firm statement carries an air of authority that is hard to argue against.
质询会我来解决，明天你们就可以离开首都了。
Or is he chasing me away?
离开？
See, he doesn't even want it to. Leave? The older man in front of you has made the decision for you and Artem, apparently leaving no room for debate or refusal. Although the words surprise Artem, he quickly recovers his usual composure.
父亲，我想没有必要。我见过张岩了，自认有把握应对他，也能帮您分担一些压力。
我清楚你的能力，对手也同样清楚。
Ooh, Brian chuckles softly in reassurance, but as he goes on, his voice takes on a somber tone, almost as if he's already in a joust against the unseen mastermind pulling the strings.
不要低估张岩，他在首都的根基很深，一言一行都不像表面那么简单。这种被推到台前的人，背后很可能有一方利益在支持。
我没有低估任何人。 但我相信律师协会程序的公正性，不会因为某个人的作祟就变质。
Artem explains earnestly. Behind the desk, Brian's smile doesn't falter, yet if one were to look closely, they would recognize the skepticism in his eyes.
有这种公正的话，你们就不该出现在这里。
Ooh. The overhead light shines down on both men, casting shadows so close to each other, yet seemingly 1,000 miles apart. You cast your eyes down at the floor, even though you would love to speak up in support of Artem. The suffocating tension in the room offers you no opportunity to do so. As the night grows darker, a glimpse of the clock on the wall seems to serve as a silent reminder to Brian.
这是法庭以外的战争，你插手越多，陷得越深。 我会保证你们平安度过。
那您怎么解决？跟对方谈条件吗？
Artem looks so round. Artem's so round, and father is like oval. No, father looks rectangle. Artem looks round.
为什么不可以谈？
Brian counters, his words heavy with unspoken implications. He leans back into the chair, looking past the vintage bronze desk lamp, straight at Artem across from him as if he can already predict what his son is about to say. With his clasped hands resting on his knees, Artem responds to the rhetorical question with calm neutrality, keeping his emotions fully in check.
的确，谈判是耗时最短、代价最小的办法。无论过程有多曲折，只要草案通过，一切牺牲都值得。但是，因为我的缘故而妥协，让暗中窥伺的对手都知道，家人就是您的弱点。一旦那些人发现可以利用我来换取您的退让，今天这一幕就会无数次重演。如果谈判的过程被曝光给了公众，
As though an outsider looking in, Artem analyzes the situation rationally, narrating the worst possible scenario in the calmest way ever. He dissects the current state of affairs, weighing the pros and cons like a risk-benefit assessment.
妥协之下的法律还能保持公正吗？这样的大法官值得信任吗？他保护的究竟是自己的家人，还是我们每一个人？ 纵然我知道答案，还会有多少人相信您的初衷呢？
Oh, damn. Pin drop silence fills the study after Artem finishes. Such harsh words, yet only spoken out of the desire to protect a loved one. You sigh. Uncle, I know you don't want Artem to be tangled up in this mess in the capital, but it's too late. He's already in deep. Artem and we can't just stay on the sidelines like it doesn't concern us. Outside, a wild wind begins to blow, like a treacherous tempest ready to shatter the peace in the study and claim the light overhead. With a sharp whistle, a sudden gust of wind blows through the slightly ajar windows, riffling noisily through the pristine papers on one end of the desk. Brian quickly sets a paper right on top of the papers and is about to shut the windows. However, Adam has already reached over, his arm venturing beyond the windowsill and into the dark to grasp the bronze window handle. Brian lets out the soft, poignant chuckle as he watches him closes the window, shutting out the howling wind.
还是太年轻了，没见过真正的威胁。
You're too young, my boy. My boy. Adam calmly replies as if he had already seen those words coming. His quiet gaze lingers momentarily on his reflection on the darkened window panes before he turns and meets his father's head on.
你想保护家人，也注定不会放弃秉持的理想。最终的结果，就是不断把自己推向险境。 还是说您打算像上次那样，半点也不让我们知道吗？
Last time? What last time? What did he do last time? Huh? Last time? Autumn's pointed words confuse you, but not Brian. He falls silent, lost for words. Artem stands tall in front of the four-grid window, like an impenetrable barrier, keeping the vast darkness at bay and stopping it from overpowering the light.
无论是为了维护您，还是因为身在律师协会这样的地方，这一次，我都希望用自己的方式应对。
What last time?
你的方式。
Artem doesn't respond immediately. Instead, he gazes wordlessly at the adjudicator's sword badge. The metal badge catches the overhead light, its glint piercing through the gloomy night like a sort of light.
父亲，我所说的那种公正性是存在的，维护崇高，也惩戒卑劣。立在崇高之处的旗帜，理应有人去维护它的名誉。
Brief silence later, as if to spur the people in the room into action. The red light on the intercom in the study starts to flash soundlessly. Brian reaches out an arm to pick up the call. As his finger hovers over the button, he pauses and looks at you. You stiffen instinctively, but when your eyes meet his, unlike the look of harsh reproach you'd feared, you find that his eyes are warm and kind.
你也想好了吗？
He's talking to me. He's talking to me. There was no context to the question, but you immediately understand. He is asking you if you have made up your mind to face the inquiry hand in hand with Artem. Needless to say, the answer is yes. You and Artem have ridden out countless storms together, and this one will not be an exception. You nod firmly. Yes, Artem and I will get through this together. Just like what he says, we want to protect you in our own way.
我让人给你们拿一些资料。
Brian finally presses the intercom button and answers the call, instructing the person on the other end of the line to prepare the documents. Shortly after, the secretary opens the door and enters the study with copies of the documents. They pass the files to you and Artem.
决定了要自己应对，就回去好好准备。
好。
Artem sounds as if there is more he wants to say. For a while he gazes at Brian, but ultimately chooses to hold his tongue. Knowing that Brian has other matters that require his attention, you and Artem bid goodbye. What last time are they talking about? Like, there was like the last time thing, and Rosa was confused. By the time you leave Brian's residence, night has fully fallen on the city. Nearby, a night market bustles just outside the villa district. The bright lights from the stretch of stalls illuminate the road all the way to the darkness at the end. You and Artem stroll down the street, drawing closer to each other as you do. Are we over Mr. Brian Wing? Are we over? I don't think I'm over Mr. Brian Wing. I kind of want more. Out of the blue, he takes your arm and gently steers you to a peaceful corner away from the hubbub.
刚才让你为难了。
You look up into his apologetic eyes. Don't feel bad. It was fine. I was just thinking that people take it for granted that being in positions of power means the Chief Justice and his son must be able to act as they please when these people have never truly seen this side of you or your father. When one looks beyond all the differences in opinions, they are just trying to protect each other like any father and son.
平时也不会这样。这次
It sounds a little down.
我更担心父亲完全瞒着不说，等到尘埃落定后，才让我们知道。
I can't face this with you. I need to stand by your dad. Artem, you can protect yourself, but your dad, he needs me. I'm gonna be by his side. I'm going to protect your father. You though, you take care. You take care. Like the last time that you mentioned just now. You keep quiet, looking at him and waiting patiently for him to open up to you.
父亲刚成为首席大法官那年，处理一起帮派案件，遭到了人身威胁。
Brian Wing birthday event. What? And then I'm gonna cosplay as his mom.
威胁信里也提到了我和母
Canon
亲。
wife.
为了不牵连到我们，父亲那段时间极少和家里联系。
Wait, this was what he was talking about. Go back. He was trying to protect him and his mom. So they barely contacted them. Aw, that's sad.
当时我就在首都，却对他面临的危险一无所知。
You were in the capital too? Did you meet with any danger? You can't help but be alarmed. Artem shakes his head reassuringly with a smile.
没有。说来很巧，那次我来首都，也和协会有关。
Is this... His father planned it, perhaps? Lawyers Association?
律师协会的新人奖，专门发给法学院的在校学生。那年协会把这个奖评给了我。
Oh, was it coincidence?
颁奖那天，正好是我的生日，所以我邀请了父亲出席。
Aww. Young Artem. In the lobby of the Lawyers Association, the vintage clock chimes 4 times. 4 years old! The award ceremony has long since ended, and even the last few guests mingling with one another are starting to leave. The star of the ceremony, however, is still there. He stares at a bouquet at the staircase by the corner, his eyes downcast. Was he waiting for his dad? Oh, that is sad. His dad didn't come. One by one, the chicly dressed guests depart. He watches them leave, just like how he had stood there expectantly scanning the guests streaming in a few hours ago. Deep down, he knows there isn't any point to waiting any longer. Thankfully, his mentor makes no move to persuade him to leave. On the contrary, he prattles away about everything under the sun, kindly drawing a veil over the young man's stubborn and hopeful way.
律师协会的新人奖，安华得过，你父亲也得过，我就算准了，这次肯定能颁给你。
Professor Neil.
可惜你妈妈出国交流去了，不然她肯定要到场。
Aww.
哎，刚才你在台上演讲。 地下好几位教授来找我打听，都想做你的研导。可惜喽，导师这个身份，我可是从你10几岁就预定了，是不是？
Oh my god, his face. Yeah, I really like how TOT, they actually know how to make the characters look young and adult. Like over here, you can actually see that he's in his like teenage adolescent years. Oh shit. He actually looks young, younger than his current look. Yeah. The remark makes Artem smile, though it doesn't do much to tear his gaze away from the departing guest.
老师，别取笑我了。唉。
Knowing what or who Artem is waiting for, Neil Hume sighs. He braces his hands against his knees and bends over, looking straight into Artem's downcast eyes.
老师给你撑腰，回去啊，我就写邮件批评你父亲，让他不该答应了你又放鸽子。
Aww.
不过，好歹还记得提前准备生日礼物，要不要拆开看看？
He remembers that it's his birthday. Neil gestures to the gift box wrapped with a gold and red ribbon. Artem's grip on the box subconsciously tightens.
你想早点回去拆礼物，还是再等会儿？
我
As if trying to cheer a child up, Neil punctuates every word he utters with exaggerated conviction, so much so that Artem can't help but hold out hope for the impossible. After all, what if it does come true? Sunlight streams into the lobby, casting a warm glow on Artem's cheeks. He averts his gaze, his voice trailing off to nothing, but Neil doesn't wait for him to continue.
好了，我再去给他打个电话，问问那个什么国际会议开完没有。
老师。
Hearing his dithering, Neil strides off, phone in hand. He turns the corner and disappears from Artem's sight, leaving behind only clusters of lilies that seem pitifully lonely in the empty lobby. By some coincidence, the Lawyers Association has chosen to decorate the premises with lilies today. The flower is a symbol of purity and dignity, yet hidden beyond the surface, out of most people's view, are the unsung sacrifices it makes to preserve its pristineness.
今天已经够任性了。
Aww, Artem murmurs to himself in the quiet now reception lounge, his eyes downcast. The now quiet, not quiet now. He reflects on his behavior, looking into his heart. After identifying the part of himself where feelings had overcome rationality, he detaches from it and calmly analyzes it. No! You should feel sad. It's okay. It's completely fine to feel sad that your dad didn't attend.
明知道沉默，有时候就是一种请求。算了，这也是一种得偿所愿。
He waits quietly in the light of the setting sun, aware that he is still here only because there is somebody who loves and cares for him enough to go along with his willfulness. Artem holds up the gift box slightly. By its weight, he guesses that it likely contains a fountain pen, perhaps accompanied by a card written with a carefully thought out message. The heart, and that's good enough, he tells himself.
应该回去了。
Suddenly, he hears footsteps nearby. Artem looks up hopefully, only to see Neil Hume and no one else. The disappointment in Artem's eyes makes Neil drag his feet, unsure of how he should break the news to the crestfallen youth. Clearing his throat awkwardly, he quickly suppresses his feelings and lets out a laugh with forced lightness.
别等了，他赶不过来，老师陪你回去。你航班是明天的吧？能不能改签到最近一班？咱们直接去机场。
好。
Oh, he doesn't want to wait. He wants to go. He wants to go back quick. Oh. This time he answers without missing a beat.
如果我细心一点，就能察觉老师一路上都很紧张，很怕出什么意外。但那时，
Oh, it wasn't that he forgot, Brian. It wasn't that he forgot. He was trying to protect Artem. That's why he didn't come.
父亲到最后也没说什么。事情过去很久，我和母亲才得知原委。
Artem's voice gradually fades to a whisper as he recounts the past, until he finally finished. It's almost as if he wishes the night breeze could carry his wistful sentiments to his younger self and tell him of the circumstances that he and his family would face. Getting presented with an award at the ceremony that happens to fall on his birthday, not to mention the very same award that both his parents received. These coincidences made that day special. It's no wonder he looked forward to it. Something tells you that Artem must have been hoping for more than just having his father attend the ceremony. But with this cloak of emotional letdown over the memories, you can barely scratch the surface of the thoughts he had back then. You're not expected to pick up on all of that. You want to hold his hand in yours to melt down the shackles of those memories with your warmth and bring him back to the present. But your hand comes into contact with fabric and you realize you grabbed onto his sleeve. At least that was something. Right? Sliding your fingers down the light fabric toward his palm, you find Artem reaching for your hand. He weaves his fingers between yours, becoming the one to comfort you instead.
我知道，过去不是，现在的是。
It is only when you are halfway down the street that you notice the street light ahead has gone out, leaving only its inky black shadow behind. You see resplendent light some distance ahead and even where you came from, but there is hardly anything to illuminate the dark alley you are in. Leaning against the faulty street light, Artem begins to say something in a barely audible voice. His words dissipate into the night the moment they are uttered.
因为知道我们是家人，就仿佛捏住了软肋。恐吓、胁迫、构陷，类似作恶者肆无忌惮，捍卫秩序的人反而要步步退让。道理不应该是这样。
Artem vocalizes the very thing that you have been worrying about. Something like this is likely to happen again in the future.
所以我想反击，就利用对方送到眼前的破绽。 今天初次接触，张岩的态度就完全偏向了举报方。
But that sound off. He should have been neutral and impartial coming into this inquiry, especially when he's overseeing on behalf of the association. Don't tell me he's...
如果是我在背后布局，质询会这样的关键环节，一定想交给自己人来把握，否则后续的计划都成了空中楼阁。
Zhang Bi, considering how this inquiry is the first step those peer-to-peer lenders need to get past, it is not unlikely that they've already bribed Zhang to guarantee an outcome in their favor.
很可能。
Oh. Bribed or not, we're sure to find our breakthrough on him. We should look into Zhang once we get back. Like we're back to investigative work and teasing out clues to get the truth behind it all. A sliver of moonlight glints in Artem's eyes and the corners of his mouth turn up almost imperceptibly in this murky night.
是我们擅长的环节。
Yeah. Now that you have a rough plan in mind, it feels as though you've found a ray of light that would guide you out of this darkness toward the dawn of hope. You soon come to the end of the unilluminated stretch of alleyway and find yourself back on the brightly lit street. I hope we can sort this out soon, because if we don't, then I wouldn't have a chance with Mr. Brian Wing. I have to celebrate your birthday here in the capital. What's wrong with that? There isn't anything wrong with making birthday preparations in the capital, but with the inquiry in a couple of days, you cannot help but feel as though a sword is hanging over
能
your
一起度过
head.
就好，在哪里都没关系。
How can... Just as you're about to channel your disapproval and defend your stand on how it shouldn't not matter, you hear something behind you. A vendor pushes their well-stocked flower cart along the street, wheels rattling as the cart passes you. Artem pulls you in a little closer by the waist, making sure you are not in the path of the flower cart. Along with the scent of flowers wafting down the street, a thought also drifts into your mind. The road ahead may be a long and unlit path into the darkness of night, but vibrant spring blooms within reach make a great gift nonetheless. If I don't end up preparing your birthday gift in time, would you settle for flowers first? Giving Autumn flowers? Oh my god, that's cute. That's so cute. Autumn tilts his head to the side, appearing to be seriously considering your offer. What's wrong with this hair, man? Turning around to look at the flower cart that is now parked in the corner, he chuckles lightly in response.
那就说好了。
Yeah. Giving flowers to Artem. The way he values and chooses to remember an arrangement as mundane as this makes your mind go blank for a moment, though your heart also swells with happiness at the sweet gesture. Oh my god. Do I want to give flowers to Artem? Yes, I do. Deciding to defend your case with something you'll find on Jung, both you and Artem dive straight into fact-finding the minute you get back to your hotel.
已经联系好了网贷纠纷的当事人，接到调查，他们都会如实作证。但最大的障碍仍是张岩。
I've poured over the files from Uncle. It looks like Jung has been the spokesperson for those shady peer-to-peer lenders for a very long time now. He's a regular guest at social mixers hosted by the peer-to-peer lending companies, where he uses his position and influence as a senior attorney to promote their services. Will these be enough for the association to assign us a new inquiry officer? Shaking his head, Artem leans over you to read a file on the computer.
他可能准备好了一套托词，没有实证的话，很难申请换人。
People only go through the trouble when they have something to gain. I'm sure Jung benefited in some way for plugging those peer-to-peer lending companies.
之前做法律援助时，我已经向法院申请了调取相关公司的账户流水。
Autumn then points to a list of peer-to-peer lenders with ties to Jung, gesturing a connection between the two.
这几家都在内。调查令刚下来，明天我们拿到流水。 就从账目着手调查。
Okay. Lowering his hand, Artem strokes your hair as a tender affection fills his eyes. He's like, stop! Artem. Okay, you know what? He's gotta do something to win me back after seeing his dad. You know, he's gotta do something. All right, he's gotta do something. Of course, he cannot let his dad win, right? Of course. No, wait. Open. It's hot.
明后2日会很辛苦，今天我们就早点休息。
Nah, yeah, I want to do a mock run of the inquiry.
模拟。
Yeah, the association's inquiry is entirely new to me. I don't want to fumble on the day, and it doesn't help knowing we're up against Jung. Artem lowers his head in thought for a moment before nodding.
除了正常的询问，张岩应该还会施加心理压力。提前预演一下也好。
Dragging a chair over with one hand. Ooh. Suddenly being attractive. What is up? Artem seats himself opposite you and you feel a somewhat intimidating gaze pouring into you.
揣测对方视角的话
He's role-playing for real, for
有一个
real.
问题很可能出现。你们律所的高级合伙人刚刚接手这个案子，他父亲就推行了相关法律解释。你觉得这是巧合？
As Artem gets into character for the mock inquiry, you find yourself more disturbed by the frosty mood in the room than the mental pressure you expected. Either the air conditioning is set too strong, or it's the deliberate hardening of his voice that sounds icy and unfeeling. Something is quick freezing in the room, spreading the cold to every nook and cranny. Clenching your fingers against your palm to calm yourself down, you collect your thoughts, then go on to point out a logical flaw in the question. The draft is still open to public feedback, and there is some time before it can be passed into law. By then, Mr. Wing would have long wrapped up his legal aid case.
这一期结束了，可以再接新的案子。
But the man before you trains his uncharacteristically apathetic gaze on you, ready to jump in and twist any potential loophole in your responses to bolster his argument.
我换个问题，就算他没有倚仗过父亲，熟知他身份背景的人，难道不会主动来讨好？
Mr. Ring has never gone around telling others about his family background.
那能说明什么？低调，还是心虚？
Scary. That's scary. He cuts off the rebuttal that you instinctively formulated in your head. The way Artem fires these questions so effortlessly makes you wonder for a moment if he has long realized this is how people think of him. That is quite sad, actually. After getting a hang of the flow, the tension eases as you gradually regain your composure, increasing the pace of your responses. The barrage... Artem fell down! The barrage of questions fired one after the other in quick succession soon pulls you and your subconscious mind into the inquiry. Engaging you so thoroughly that you forget this is but a mock run. This is but a mock run. Just when you think there is no foreseeable end to this aggressive questioning, Artem leans forward with a gentle smile.
学得很快，已经掌握质询的思路了。
Damn.
你可以反过来试试，站在提问者的角度，更容易理解他们的想法。
Artem looks at you encouragingly, but you do not take him up on his offer to play the role of the inquiry officer. Yeah, that's scary. Going by your current progress, the questions that follow will zero in on Artem's family background, more specifically to defame and slander him, exactly what your opponent hopes to achieve. Artem would do everything in his power to protect his family, and this happens to be a fatal weakness others can take him down with. You finally realize what he meant earlier by psychological pressure.
怎么了？
Concern fills Artem's eyes when he sees you frozen in place.
累了吗？还是太紧张了？
It's neither of those. I'm gonna cry. Likely perceiving your apprehension, Artem comes to kneel before the couch, easing out the creases in your brow with his fingers. Your eyebrows had been knitted together, something he noticed, even if you failed to realize it yourself.
其实你可以继续，这是我早晚要面对的。就算你不问，张岩也一定会。优先解决问题，其他的。
Artem then softened his tone.
我没那么在意了。
You wrap your arms. I read that as you wrap your arms around his waist and nuzzle into the cock of his neck. I'm sorry. I'm blind. The tip of your nose brushes against the thin fabric of his shirt as you sniffle slightly. I'm gonna cry. They may not matter to you, but you shouldn't have put up with them. Nuzzle into his cock. You also thought it said that. Nuzzles into his cock. Ryan's got me acting like Ryan needs to be here right now. He needs to be here. I've gotten the hang of it. We can stop practicing already. Atom chuckles in resignation and leans toward you. His lips draw close, only to pause just inches away from your forehead. But the kiss never lands. All you feel is his warm breath lingering on your skin. Look at him edging me. Like, what is that? You space out for several moments while waiting until you hear Atom slowly let out a sigh.
那就不问了。
He's just not gonna do it. See, this is why I need Brian Wing, guys. Like, it's the day of the inquiry. The inquiry is proceeding reasonably well thanks to the mock run you had with Artem. You soon realize Jung has long prepared the conclusion to close the inquiry with, because none of your responses matter to him.
你们说的，在新的法律解释公开前，没和左林川先生见过面。
Yeah.
这能证明什么？现在有那么多联络手段，不见面也能获取信息。
我们沟通的所有内容都没有涉及保密信息。如果你持相反意见，可以出示证据。
Jung has been putting on a show of perusing the document in his hands. Upon hearing that, he clicks his tongue in disapproval and smoothly issues a veiled threat.
左律师，你这态度可不对。
Damn.
有关部门和协会都很关注这起举报，媒体也嗅到了风声。你父亲正在风口浪尖上。 你起码要提供最近几年的邮件、信息和通话录音来彰显诚意。
Email threats. Should we take email threats seriously? Okay, we should. I feel like people that use emails nowadays are like boomers. I'm sorry.
最近几年，
当然。 这次没有涉密，也不能代表以前。协会调查清楚了，才好对大家交代。另外，听说左律师对外一直隐瞒自己的家事，不心虚的话，为什么要隐瞒
Mr. Zhang, I understand that the whistleblower report isn't backed by any supporting evidence, even as we speak. So, please enlighten me, why are we still asked to submit all kinds of documents to prove our innocence in this matter? Right after you ask that question, Zhang turns to look at you. You see a hunter who has long laid out his trap, simply waiting for his prey to walk straight into it.
律师小姐，你和左然是什么关系啊？
I'm his work partner. Like, everyone knows. We are partners where work is concerned.
非工作层面呢？据我所知，你是他的未婚妻。
But why does that matter? Why does that matter? It doesn't. In this situation right now, it doesn't matter, my guy. Like.
我有充分的理由怀疑，律师小姐会刻意袒护，你的一切陈述都有待证实。
I have every reason to believe that you have motivation to cover for him. Are we being for real right now? Like, even if I'm like this girlie, the MC, even if she's not his fiance. She's like his first partner in work. Of course, she has all the reason, all the motivation to cover for him, to cover for her partner. What in the stupid idiot?
未婚妻是搭档，还有一个身为首席大法官的父亲。左律师的职业路途 还真是惬意呀。
Now it's like personal. Now it's a personal attack. Behind glasses, his ruthless gaze sweeps between you and Artem as he eloquently drops antagonizing remarks. Artem looks up coldly, speaking to divert the relentless and scathing words back to himself.
我们的关系以及我的家庭背景，并没有不可示人之处。为了保护家人隐私，才没有四处宣扬。
Yeah.
你要保护的人还真不少。
What about it? Zhang sneers and picks up the documents before him, carelessly flipping through them. He deliberately flips the pages at an excruciating slow pace, a move that also creates palpable pressure around you. No one knows which page he'll stop on when he'll lay the next trap for you and Artem, only that he won't let you both off.
家人、受害者、当事人，怎么，连劫持犯和杀人犯也需要保护？
The sound of papers being flipped stops all of a sudden, and a deathly silence hangs in the air, making the frigid tone in his voice all the more piercing to your ears.
给板上钉钉的罪犯辩护也是一种正义。说着的拥趸就那么让你满足吗？还是另一种赚取热度的手段？
Controversial cases from before getting dug out once more points to nothing but ill intent. No different from aged paper left out in the sun, discoloring and breaking down in no time.
你说的2个案子，法院已经给出了判决，并且和本次质询无关。
What is this? This guy irks me. I hate him.
过往经历表明，左律师热衷沽名钓誉，怎么能叫无关？
Of course it's unrelated. Like, those past cases, if they're like criminals, they're not criminals to what we are discussing about right now. We are discussing about like money lending, criminality, whatever. It's unrelated! Slamming his folder onto the glass table, Zhang places his hands onto the edge of the table for support and leans unnecessarily forward, crossing even the center line of the table. To lawyers with experience in reading body language, this is an intentional move that disrespects one's personal space during an interaction, one that aims to evoke fear and discomfort in the other party. Oh, he's trying to intimidate. Ooh. Yeah, he's got nothing. He's like rummaging through Artem's past file and literally just used anything to defame him. I don't know.
在我看来，事情很明确了。
Confident that things will turn out his way, Zhang speaks in a definitive tone to convict Artem of his wrongdoings.
索然，你为了赚取名气，塑造人权律师的形象，恶意帮助违约违规用户针对网贷平台。 左临川法官为了给你制造便利条件，公权私用，损害了企业的合法权益。
Yeah, if he went through Artem's files, he knows that that's not true. If he went through Artem's past cases, he knows that that's not true. This fast track his career, he knows that that's not true. If he went through his past files and all that shit, nothing. Oh god. How does if it's so much hot air in that skinny body? I don't know, he's so ew. Get out of my face, you know. Hello Damong, hi, welcome to the stream. Threats, coercion, and false accusation. He plays every card that you and Artem had predicted. Despite the practice and mental preparation, you nevertheless find yourself smothered by the stressful situation before you. You know what? The little simulation that Artem did, that was calming. But this is infuriating. Artem's downcast eyes are trained on the table, as though whatever that is reflected in the glass surface deserves his attention more than the fabricated allegations against him. He lightly raps his knuckles on the table.
张律师，徽章脏了。
That is a fire line. That is a one-liner. That is a one-liner killer, like a blower. Boom. On hearing that, Jung instinctively looks down at his badge. The metallic coating has flaked off, resulting in traces of oxidation on the silver ornament. Where it is worn, the badge's tarnished bramble branches now appear more like black thorns on his chest. A moment's distraction is all it takes for the tables to turn. Artem's voice then fills the room.
如你所说，我借用大法官的权势，把自己最大的靠山摆在众目睽睽下。我这样大费周章，就为了博取一点名气。
Artem raises his chin slightly, revealing that blatant look of annoyance in his eyes. Oh, he's like... 어쩌라고, 씨발.
名气，你们给我的还不够多吗？
Oh my god. Oh my god, he's... Ooh.
非要我说的这么明朗吗？当然是因为有更大的利益可图。
Just Jung is unusually eager and spirited, like someone who believes that victory is theirs. Oh, so confident? So confident are we? That is also key to turning the tide unnoticed.
推行新的法律解释，既增加了你父亲的政绩，更能带来实实在在的利益。因为这条规定而获益的人，自然会慷慨分享。哼，也不排除你们本来就是那些利益集团的傀儡。
简练一点，你想说的是受贿吧？
哦，
没错。
Artem coughs offhandedly. Oh, can I hear him do that?
很好，这个动机成立。
He's so attractive. Saying that after saying Brian is like
那从一
wild.
开始，你就假定那几家网贷公司才是受害者，依据是什么？
我当然有自己的调查渠道。
哦，
因为你对他们的了解，就和大肆宣传过的保健品公司一样深，对吗？
Now it's his time to shoot. Panic flashes across Jung's eyes the moment he hears healthcare company.
什么保健品公司？跟今天的质询会有什么关系？
That's what I'm talking about. Like, exactly. What does it have to do with today's inquiry? Like, what does everything else that you said about Artem has to do with today's inquiry? What? Huh?
现在是我调查你们，
진짜 마지막에 혼돈이 오마에. With a languid flick of his fingers, Artem fishes through the papers on the table before sliding 10 odd copies of scribbled charges over to the person opposite of him.
我不会阻碍调查，但你没有资格。这里有一份资料，请张律师帮忙提交给协会。
Artem slouches back into his seat, stretching out a single hand to slide a mobile hard drive over to Jung. Jung reflexively takes a small step backward.
什么资料？
你此刻在恐惧什么，它就是什么。
Let's go, Artem. Let's go! Mr. Jung, we found evidence to suggest that you are guilty of using your position as a legal representative to accept bribes from others.
你们能拿到什么证据？不可能！
不可能, you said 不可能. Although the tables have turned in that instant, the one who gets the last laugh is not thrilled in the slightest. There is only weariness and irritation on his countenance. Unwilling to spare his defeated opponent so much as a glance, Autumn's gaze lingers over the frosted glass in the waiting room instead, a screen that bears a faded image of the bramble scales. Wait, how many more? Oh, 2 more. Before the inquiry, you and Artem got your hands on the bank transactions of a group of the illegal peer-to-peer lending companies, and so you dive right into your investigation. You go through the list to narrow it down to companies that Jung has interacted with. Then you go through it again to flag out unusual transactions to hopefully zero in on some useful clues. Luck is on your side, for you and Artem end up finding a chain of heavily nested shadow bank accounts. Oh. Unfortunately, without Jung's bank account details, there is no way for you to link the suspicious banking activity to him, much less ascertain his involvement. You have hit a roadblock in your plan. The neatly organized files before you seem to make up some kind of interconnected web, a web that traps all beneath the night sky.
别沮丧，网贷公司做账都非常仔细。何况我们没有张岩的信息，逆向调查确实花时间。
It's already almost time for the inquiry. Time is just the thing we don't have. You splay across the table, resting your chin in your hands before spacing off. Say, do you think we're going in the wrong direction? If our goal is to find evidence of Jung engaging in illegal financial dealings, we can always look into other companies. Peer-to-peer lenders may be meticulous with their record keeping, but other companies may not share the same habit.
也对，张岩不是安分的人，应该不止跟一家公司有利益交换。
When you and Artem pore over Jung's resume once more, you discover he had previously helped out in the marketing campaign of a healthcare business. We're going through his resume. That's crazy. Jung marketed his healthcare company in the exact same way he did for those peer-to-peer lenders.
这家公司我有印象，去年因为债务纠纷被起诉了，是翟星和他们打的官司。
Oh. Celestine might have accessed their transaction records back
我现在就联系
then.
翟星。
Celestine, my savior, my heroine. Several hours later, Artem receives some data and a number of files on his computer. Among those records, multiple transactions point you toward a particular shadow bank account. The same shadow bank account also appears in the transaction records of more than one peer-to-peer lender. All of these seemingly unrelated companies only have one thing in common: dealing with Jung. If the events had to be placed on a timeline, Jung likely became the spokesperson for those peer-to-peer lenders shortly after the healthcare company found themselves in debt. I can't believe this guy, opening account after account, even before settling the previous one.
也许正是为了抹平上一个资金缺口，不得不充当新的傀儡。
Yeah, he's washing his money, man. The documents you provided are more than sufficient to begin an investigation on Jung. With this breakthrough, it wouldn't be long before you find more evidence to prove the illegal financial dealings between him and those peer-to-peer lenders. Staff members from the Lawyers Association soon come by to pick up your evidence submission, and at the same time, bring the spiteful Jung in for
左律
investigation.
师，你敢说自己从没有借用过你父亲的权势吗？
Why not? Artem pauses in the midst of handing over your collated evidence to the facilitating staff.
有，
Huh? Wait, what? Oh, he actually used?
我
Not
就
too
知
much,
道
just a bit.
你装什么清高。
Seeing how this might be his final chance, Jung lashes out at Artem in a savage, almost maniacal manner, no different from that of a caged beast. That's too fast. Artem's next words, however, dash every last remnant of his delusion. What he's gonna say? A fire line?
即使面对你这样的人，也没有因为失望而心怀不平。如果你指的是这种， 我介入的恐怕比你想象的要多。还有，
Turning his attention away from the manacled man, Artem directs his earnest gaze at you.
我的搭档是一名出色的律师。
That's me right there. That's me. You guys see that? That's me. You blink in confusion, something flashes in your mind, and you realize that statement is a correction to what Jong said earlier, when you were reduced to being just Autumn's fiancé outside of work partners. Yes, I am more than just his fiancé. I am more than just another girly. I am his best partner, good attorney, very best. Thumbs up. I'm Artem approved. Yeah. Self-doubt and indignance that manifested from the malicious and inciting remarks you've had to put up with in the last couple of days, and possibly from more criticisms to come, all of those feelings seems to quell this very instant. Following Jung's removal for investigation, the inquiry is adjourned to the next day. Yay! We got another person? We got a different person? The association sends a new officer to chair the inquiry. You also learn that Jung is now under investigation and that all relevant evidence has been passed on to the police. Yes, thank you.
希望两位能对举报事件做出解释。
Oh, she looks promising, that's for sure. There's like 1,000 other NPCs that look like this, and they're definitely good people. For sure.
我会确保调查流程公平公正，也请你们能再次信任协会。
Oh, okay. She has an air of justice. Yes. This woman, she's gonna slay. She's gonna help for sure.
当然，
Why he suddenly take off his coat? What is he trying to do? That armband, that... What? I fell in love again, yeah. Look at Artem. Okay, fine. The plushie, yes. I nuzzle his cock. Again. Stop. Forget Brian. Just get Artem to grow attached when he's all... Right. Grow old together with Artem. And his lifespan is longer than Brian anyway, so... God forbid anything happens to Artem, okay? In the meantime. In the meantime, before he grows his stash, God forbids anything happens to him, alright? So he will have like a longer lifespan than Brian. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good plan. Yeah. I should do that.
网贷公司提供的合同本身就有问题，即使没有新规出台，也属于违规放贷。
Bruh, I can't focus. Why he look like that? He look like that one Zane pool card, like the snooker pool.
至于我接洽法律援助的动机，很简单，就是提供。
Demus has always had the practice of taking on legal aid cases, and Mr. Wang makes it a point to help out with them every year. I cannot see any reason for him to do so just to gain fame. Yar. The inquiry soon comes to an end. Oh my god, my hair, stop. Through your observation of the inquiry officer, she appears to be receptive, paying close attention to what is being said. You mentally let out a sigh of relief. It is only when Artem answers the inquiry officer's final question that she collects her papers and rises from her seat.
情况我们基本了解了，还有几个细节，我们现在就去核实。用不了太久，请两位稍坐一下。
Oh my god. She's so meticulous. I like her. Get me her. What's her name? Girlie? What's your name? You're not just a manager, right? You got a name, right? You and Artem exit the waiting room and head to the lobby's lounge to wait instead. Taking a seat on one end of the couch, you find yourself bathed in the warm and pleasant sunlight. The tension that you have been carrying lately begins to melt away. But are we gonna see Brian again? I kind of want to see him again before the story ends. At least to celebrate the birthday, like. Your curious glances around the lobby attract Artem's attention, who turns to you with a quizzical look.
在找什么？
Artem, is this where you had your award ceremony?
典礼在里面，不过。
Artem looks around the place and memories from his past come rushing back to him.
我在这里等了很久。
Oh. Oh.
也想等一个答案。
Holding onto his arm, you bat your eyelashes several times at Artem. That what she did? Is that what she did? Chat! Me looking at Artem. Looking so clueless, like dumb baby. Huh? Deep down, you know Artem will satisfy your curiosity. Satisfy my curiosity. He does not take well to letting people down after all. Secret silent film actress. Artem clears his throat, awkwardly averting his gaze.
不是什么重要的问题，现在想来还有点幼稚。
Artem, you were a child at that time. Of course it would be childish. You was...
当时如果不是老师一直鼓励我开口，我大概。
Wow. You were like 4 years old.
是我。
是我。The call picks up on the other end, and Artem briefly tells his father about the invitation from the association. He pauses for a short while before going into the question.
您那天有时间来看颁奖吗？我可能会准备一个演讲。4月26号，对，就在首都律师协会。
He's telling his father about it.
如果您太忙的话，就算了。并不是很重要的事。
What do you mean this isn't anything important? He said. He said it's not important. Artem, you make me sad.
怎么不重要？你过生日呢？
Feeling a rough tug on his sleeves, the person standing next to him, his mentor, pointedly raised his eyebrows at Artem, impatiently hinting at something. Artem hurriedly places a hand over the receiver, hoping to muffle out his mentor's objection. His father says something on the other end, and Artem's eyes light up in response.
好的，那再见。
怎么样？有时间是不是？
Another old man. Why he gotta make him go missing, you know? Immediately after he ends the call, his mentor excitedly asks about the outcome and receives a nod from Artem. His mentor is clearly more thrilled by the news than Artem should be.
你上次问我的问题，可以拿去找你父亲了。解答你的人生疑惑，可是他的责任。
我会问的。
好了， 我回学校去了。
Neil Hume retrieves his coat and is about to leave when he suddenly turns around, as though he randomly thought of something.
还有，不要总是觉得自己的事不重要。
Artem, you're like the most important, okay? The most. The important. Artem is already lost in thought about the things he has to prepare. Travel arrangements, his leave application, a suit, and a draft for his speech. When he hears his mentor's advice, he looks up and breezily promises to take it to heart.
好，我知道了。
What did you want to ask Uncle? Rather than anticipation, disappointment, and regret in the emotionally charged second half of recounts, you are more interested in what is about to come. A young Artem, feeling perplexed and apprehensive about oh my god, the hair, about something. What sort of question could it be? Picking up on the burning curiosity in your eyes, Artem purses his lips.
那时候想问问看，我有没有长成他期待中的样子。
Wow.
应该很多人都这样问过父母吧。
Did he get the answer? Did he get it? Please tell me he got the answer. He's finally come to a rigorously derived conclusion, almost like a deep introspection into himself.
准确来说，那天是我准备好的一场证明。像生长在春天的树，总是急不可待地想经历寒冬，经历最严酷的考验。好像只有这样，才能证明自己已经长大成人，值得父母引以为傲。至少，没有令人失望。
But as time goes by, the preparation that was once his basis of confidence gives way to the cracks of self-doubt. Sun rays scatter through the stained glass window, casting brilliant streams of light into the lobby, a lobby now distinct from the one in his memory.
后面的事，你已经知道了，都不是什么重要的。
It's important! Everything... Literally everything about everything that Artem says from now on is important, okay? Literally. When this inquiry is over, let's go pay Uncle a visit and have him answer that long-awaited question.
会显得孩子气吧？不过
No. To him, to your dad, you are forever a stupid dumb baby. Okay? Like, forever.
也好。
Stupid, his stupid baby. Dumb boy. Shadows by the window Shadows by the window elongate, and the stand-in inquiry officer re-emerges at long last, informing you that you are free to leave.
后续还有一些环节需要你们配合，到时候再联系。
可以。
Relief washes over you upon hearing the outcome. The inquiry may not be over just yet, but you've cleared this hurdle for now. You picked up your purse and are about to leave the building with Artem when the inquiry officer turns back toward you, seemingly remembering something. Wait, today is
左律
Saturday,
师
right?，
您父亲是我非常尊敬的前辈，虽然他的有些观点我并不赞同，
It's
但不
already
影响
Sunday.
我对他的敬佩。
Artem birthday passed already? Oh, happy last birthday, Artem. Oh my god. Yeah. Adam lifespan is coming to an end. No, he just turned 4 years old. We need to wait for him to turn 5 years old. Stupid. Okay.
我明白，观点不同很正常。真正应该付出代价的，是那些恶意污蔑的人。
After several days of furnishing information to the association and assisting in rounds of investigation, the inquiry proceeding finally comes to an end. The association's investigation clears Artem of any breach of conduct, finding the report to be falsely fabricated. Judging from the progress of the draft laws, things to be resolved on Brian's end. It's about time the storm quelled. Father is gonna be happy. On your second last day in the capital, you make plans with Artem to visit Brian before returning to Stellis. When you arrive, you learn from his secretary that Brian has gone. Why he keep going out, man? Why he keep going out, man? Like. With how busy Uncle gets, it doesn't look like he's going to be around for Autumn's birthday again this year. And Auntie has been out of town at a conference for days now. No one knows when she'll be back. As if he has long gotten used to spontaneous changes in his father's busy schedule, Autumn casually suggests somewhere else to spend the day.
已经出来了，索性到外面走走。
Now he's wearing this outfit, like this is his usual default outfit but without the coat. I like it. Just look normal. Sure, though I'm not familiar with this area. I don't know what's nice around here.
附近有一个公园，面积不大，但是风景很好。
Let's go to that park then. You walk hand in hand with Autumn along a tree-lined path in the lovely weather, strolling leisurely around the park. You now realize what is it about this place that left an impression on Autumn, out of all the other sites in the capital. This is a tranquil park, a refuge within the city of skyscrapers. Refuge? Refugee? Refugee? Refuge. You have never felt this relaxed since arriving in the capital. What? What?
怎么了？
The unmistakable silhouette of a vendor and their flower carts on the other side of the circular fountain appear in the mid. It's time to buy him flowers. You recall the promise you made a few nights ago at a certain street market. I'm going to keep my promise. I'll be right back. Artem blinks in confusion, and you pick up on the unfamiliar hesitation in his otherwise gentle tone.
那我去长椅那边等你。
With a spring in your step, you make your way to the flower cart, only to be dazzled by the variety of flowers on display. In this very moment, you want to go beyond just keeping your promise. You hope to fulfill all the wishes he's had in the past before his next birthday. You hope to fix every instance of disappointment, especially the memory he has of that day. It should not be overshadowed by the bright colors in that room, nor drowned out in the chimes of the association's clock. Be it lofty goals, insignificant desires, or simple and mundane wishes, you hope to fulfill every one of them for him. In the same way he has been regarding you with fervent affection, with an open heart all this while. These will do. Please wrap them into a bouquet for me. Perhaps because you spent quite some time picking out flowers, you realize you now cannot wait to be back by Artem's side. You go back down the same path you came from, slowing down your pace as the sun sets, all the while holding onto a small bouquet of flowers that has been secured with ribbon. Autumn's Lab EP. Artem is leaned back on the bench, his eyes closed. He seems to have fallen asleep, oblivious even to being bathed entirely in the warm glow of the setting sun, a dumb baby. Not wanting the strong floral scent to startle him awake, you hide the flowers behind your back before sneaking up to him, though you find yourself gingerly leaning in to watch him sleep. Like, watch him. Adam's breath, furious, indicative of a less than peaceful sleep. You cannot help but wonder what he's dreaming of. Oh, putting on a tough front when he hasn't slept well for a number of days now. Pulling out a lily from the bouquet, you reach across to pin the flower on the pocket of Artem's shirt, breaking the stillness of the scene. The setting sun casts a shadow of the lily on Artem's chest. Artem's chest? One that resembles a badge between his two shirt's buttons, squarely over where his heart is. No matter what the future holds, no matter what the fuck. You drop your voice to a whisper to not disturb his sleep, though you also hope for your words to find their way through the meshwork of negative thoughts to comfort him in his dreams. The kiss that stopped just inches away from your forehead comes to mind, and you realize when you love someone this deeply, every decision you have to make becomes laden with weight. Laden? And faltering support is found only between those with hearts aligned. I'll always be by your side. 난 항상 네 옆에 있어. 난 항상 네 옆에 있을 거야.
好.
He heard me. A response from the man you thought was asleep all along makes you jump. Makes you jump. And you almost drop your bouquet of flowers. Oh, Artem, you've been awake. You've been awake all this while. Weren't you sleeping? Oh wait, hold on. Something is in my eye. What? Wag. Artem still has his eyes closed and appears to be deep in slumber, though the corners of his lips are clearly upturned. Artem is in my eye. You naughty. Yeah.
在梦里。
He looks so peaceful like this. Screenshot. Amaga. Oh, he doesn't really look peaceful. He looks like he's in pain, actually. A warm breeze characteristic of late spring sweeps past, rustling the nearby foliage and tousling the wisps of hair hanging over Artem's forehead. Is it a dream or where everything goes your way? Better not be a nightmare though, or I'll wake you up right now.
都不是。
Is he like sleep talking, or is he awake, or is he sleep talking? Another breeze sweeps through his parted bangs, as though even Mother Nature is bent on smoothing out the creases in his forehead. The arm that is exposed in the air flinches slightly, and Artem presses his lips.
我梦到许多人聚在一起庆祝胜利。
Oh, he's awake. Senyumanmu amatlah menawan, menyinari malamku yang malap dan gelap. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. He's so. You know, every time I say that, he is so. He is so. That's what I mean, you know? He is so.
是一场惨烈的胜利，赢的那方反而放声痛哭。
Oh. When Artem opens his eyes, he appears to be in a daze, sleep still heavy in his eyes. Not budging from his comfortable position on the bench, he tilts his head slightly to look at you.
我们不久前才迎来一场胜利。对手是自己最熟悉不过的规则和程序，甚至是过去的荣誉。
His words convey none of the pride or elation that usually comes with winning, only the mental and physical exhaustion from seeing a brutal and protracted battle to its end. Consider it a drill for a future battle. Victory or loss, it will be an outcome I face with you together. 이쇼니 같이. Artem squints just as the golden hour rolls around, bathing him in the soft and warm glow of the setting sun. Go on, take a nap. I'll wake you up before the next nightmare creeps in.
好。
Let's go freaking steady, Artem. Surrounding winds still and both your shadows grow longer as the sun dips below the horizon. As it turns out, you spent a leisurely day nuzzled up against Artem on a park bench, catching up on a long nap before walking home hand in hand. We're nuzzling again. What are we nuzzling again this time? Oh, one more part. One more last one. Oh, it's almost 1 a.m. What the hell? Well, upon returning from the capital, both you and Artem finds yourself buried in a mountain of work that accumulated while you were away. You enter the weekend soon after clearing the more pressing tasks. Your plan for the weekend is just to lounge at home, unwinding from work over a book or a movie with Artem, of course. Artem stands before his bookcase, browsing for a good few minutes before turning around to address you.
你看到那本《黄昏出发的破冰船》了吗？
Hey, you use hey on me. I'm offended. I'm offended. What do you mean, hey? Aren't we more than that? Like, oh, yeah, it's on the second shelf. I'll get it for you. Oh, but the doorbell sounds so ugly. Artem looks at his phone, and you, in turn, glance toward the door. Could be a delivery. I'll get the door. Go ahead and take your call. Absentmindedly placing the book back on the top of my shelf, you jogged. Is it what I'm thinking? Is it? Oh, it was Mr. Brian. I thought it was Mr. Brian trying to give like a surprise visit, but it turns out it's just Abang Kos Laju. I mean, damn. Oh man. Spacing out at his phone. Who was it?
我父亲。
You can hear some hesitation in his voice as he receives his mug from you.
他说明天回来，想来看看我们。
Oh my god, at our apartment! Should we start tidying the place? Artem sets his mug down before using his free hand to envelope yours. Damn it. He's trying to pull me back. He knows. He knows. So he's trying to pull me back.
不用紧张，他的行程很满，来坐一坐就走。
That may be true, but I can't help feeling a little bit of a something. Artem smiles wryly, taking a loose lock of hair behind your ear. He's like,
说实话，我也有些紧张。上次那件事后，这回见面，都不知道该先道歉还是问好。
You know that was Artem trying to make you feel better, but you failed to hold in your laughter all the same. Along with the laugh that escaped your lips, the tension that you've been holding in also dissipates. This is your chance to finally help Artem relay the question that he didn't get to ask before. The following day, Brian arrives in Stella's and visits the two of you at your new apartment. Mr. Brian Wang! The scent of coffee wafts through the study as Artem sets his mug down on the desk, walking toward Brian, who is still perusing your bookcase. Brian stands before the bookcase, his gaze sweeping across the titles of neatly arranged books on each shelf. He then smiles and points out one of the reference books on comparative law.
这本书已经出了修订版，不要看旧版了。
Mr. Father Dad.
我给你们带了一套新的。
好。
A thought pops into your head as you look at the two men before you. Is it... I don't think it's wrong to order a sandwich right now. Because like... we have very fine ingredients, like ni hao fine shit, like... So, trying to make a sandwich right now, it would be like a premium sandwich. You get what I mean? Stop. How thoughtful. This must be Uncle's birthday present to Autumn, isn't it? Brian gives a slight nod, acknowledging your guess in a way. A sheepish smile forms on Artem's face. Oh, you silly.
谢谢.
He's so silly. Spotting a book sticking out from the topmost shelf, Artem reaches out to shove it back into place. This move, however, pushes the book, which was already on the verge of falling off, into a more precarious position. What did I click on? Oh. Hello, where's my game? Oh, there we go. He pauses for a moment, but decides to leave the book where it is, turning around to face his father.
您那边的麻烦都解决了吧？抱歉，那天我……
不用道歉，但以后不要为了保护谁而急于亮出底牌。你越不顾一切，对手的筹码越多。
Artem does not answer right away, cleverly putting out a condition of his own before agreeing to take his father's advice.
我也想提一个请求，下次再遇到危险，一定要告诉我们。
Please. Oh my god, that rich guy laugh. What? I can't be caught in 4K like this. I've already said terrible things, alright? I can't be caught in 4K like this. Not like this. Artem bends over to pick up the book, and a voice rings out from before him at the same time. Almost like a heartfelt rumination on the fateful turn of events, they're uttered with a calm acceptance and none of the intense emotions.
立法是朝夕之争，法案落定后，即使长河里只剩下尘埃，那就做尘埃。
1080p. Add the 60 FPS to that. 1080p, 60 FPS, yeah. Ew. Novel that fell has been flipped open to its title page, revealing... What the fuck? Let me read. Revealing only a one-liner that the author quoted in their epigraph. I fought every good fight out there, and I am already far along the path I should take.
但维护法律是日久年深的战争。
Wing? Yeah. Father Wing. Artem stands back up slowly, his gaze going past the impressive collection of books on the philosophy of law to land on his father standing just 1 foot away. The creation of laws, the nature of law, and the legal system are all easily within reach, yet tons of people continue to devote their lifetime to the pursuit of these theories.
你要走的路和我不同。
Although, Artem is preservation? Artem is preservation, so his father is telling him that he should be something else, probably like destruction. The hunt, because he attacks single opponent. Shut up.
但决定了就放手去做，哪怕有一天你的对手是我。
Going against me someday. Foreshadowing? Is this foreshadowing? Even he's shocked. But uncle... Brian glances at each of you before continuing in a casual tone.
紧张什么？你们选的这条路，对手远比想象的更多。
Persevere down this path. I knew it. He was preservation. He was like the aventurine of Tears of Themis. Imaginary Ikemen. Yeah, he's definitely like aventurine. Preservation imaginary. Yeah.
好了，我该走了，你们记得把书换了。
Wait, I haven't asked the question. You had assumed Brian would stay around longer, especially when you haven't gotten around to asking the question. Your heart reacts before your mind and you take a step forward. Let me walk you out. Oh my god, it looks so ugly right now, like... Averting Autumn's inquiring eyes, you hurriedly rack your brains for a decent excuse. I read one of your papers in the past and I've had quite some questions about it. I've always wanted to ask you about them.
好，可以。
可以，唐人可以。As you walk Brian downstairs, you play out 100 different ways to broach the subject in your head.
请教论文只是借口吧？你有话想单独和我说，对吗？
Father Wing. Yes, you're right. Your mental predicament from earlier disappears now that your motive is seen through, leaving out Artem's feelings of anticipation and disappointment during the ceremony of the past. You come straight to the point and ask what Artem wanted to know back then. Brian falls silent for a very long time, as though his memories have taken him back in time.
我不知道怎么回答。他已经有了自己的信仰和秩序，不需要符合任何人的期待。何况我在这个年纪的时候，远远不如他。
Perhaps it's the unnerving uncertainty that clouded your judgment when you were in the capital, but you realize Brian is a lot more a fable. What does it mean? Google. Friendly, good-natured, easy to talk to. Oh. He's nice, basically.
但信仰也很容易被击溃。击溃一个人很简单，只要击溃他的导师、同伴、至亲至爱。等到那时，他即便有方向，也不敢笃定前行，因为前面的每一条路都是歧路。
I will fight alongside him.
我知道你们会，不过，天下没有任何一对父母希望孩子长久生活在痛苦和恐惧里。即便知道他能坚持下来。
A sigh of sorts escapes with his final words before transiting into a friendly reminder for you.
这句话就不用转达给他了。
Yeah, I will. After watching the car that Brian got into drive off, you jog home excitedly, eager to tell Atom about the conversation that just transpired. A familiar silhouette enters your vision right as you go around the neighborhood park. The person who has been running through your mind for the last couple of minutes appears in front of you. He was eavesdropping? He heard everything? You spot Artem leaning against a hedge at the edge of the stone slab walkway, his gaze obscured by the thick foliage overhead. Artem tilts his head to the side, his eyes now visible from all that lush greenery.
不想一个人待在楼上，索性下来接你。
You didn't want to be alone at home? Aw. A sweet happiness bubbles within you and you skip toward him, joining him between the verdant hedges. Listen, I chatted a lot with Uncle. I need to tell you everything now before I forget. Not stopping to catch your breath, you recount every single word of your earlier conversation with Brian. When you finally finish the long recount, Artem has no reaction whatsoever. Too little? Too late?
没有，是忽然想明白了，在等待的时间里，我已经给了自己答案。
He is so... He's such a, like, a man, like... He's not insecure, that's for sure. He's not insecure. He's very secure of himself. He knows what he's capable of. He knows what he can do. He's so good. He's so good.
比起过去，更应该珍重眼前。
He's so confident. What you have before you? It is quiet around you, other than the warm springtime sun. Oh my god, the BGM change. Oh my god. Other than the warm springtime sun, you are the only two people here. Maybe there's also the birds perched atop the streetlights, the endlessly buzzing bugs, and the dense canopy of leaves, secretly listening in on your conversation.
从首都回来，就有很多话想和你说，又不知道该怎么说起。
What is it?
其实不用父亲提醒，我也知道，对手远比想象多。外界并不在意走人到底是什么样子，他们凭空塑造，也能凭空摧毁。身份、地位、名誉，外界加深的一切，随时都可能被剥夺。如果来日我别无所有，
That won't happen. You anxiously begin to interrupt him, but you also recall what Brian said, that you haven't seen the real Fred yet. It doesn't take much to crush a person. All they need to do is target his mentor, his friends, or even the person he loves. When that happens, he's as good as crippled, even if he still remembers his goal, because none of the paths ahead of him will take him toward it. Will things really turn out that way? The anxiety that courses through you overpowers even the permeating scent of flowers in the air, gripping you in a chokehold and crushing your weak denial before it can be uttered. Oh my god, pretty! Pretty. Artem pretty. A gust of wind rustles past your ear, pushing a branch between the two of you. This unexpected intrusion breaks you out of your thoughts, and you raise your hand to shield your face from the branch. At the exact same moment, Artem reaches out to push the branch further down, past his eyes. Amidst the fluttering petals, you find yourself looking into his eyes, the calmness in his eyes, his blue eyes. I'm so glad that he got blue eyes. He took it from his mom because his dad had like yellow eyes or gold, I'm not sure, and blue suits him a lot.
没关系，
没关系，
让他来吧。我只是在担心，等到那时候，面对同路并肩这么珍贵的承诺。 我又能拿什么来回赠？
You don't have to give me anything. Artem tilts his head to the side as though there really is a selection of gifts before him, leaving him spoiled for choice. After what seems like a deep contemplation, he brings his face toward your ear.
我想，不如就借眼前的树枝和青藤，别管来日际遇。随着万物复苏。 总能等来新生。
It is the end of spring. Vines and branches have grown long and resilient, along with flowers you cannot put a name to, every single one of them blooming vibrantly from their buds. You hear Artem's voice right as the wind stills, making your heart skip a beat.
江南无所有。
If nothing in Jiangnan can... What is Jiangnan? Where is Jiangnan? Can convey your feelings, then let the flowers around you become a symbol of them. Flowers bloom far and wide whenever spring rolls around, so let that be both a sight, a reminder you can perennially indulge in. Oh my god, the words in this card, man. You feel something tug at your heartstrings, and you reciprocate with your own feelings 1,001 times, though only in your head, for you cannot seem to find your tongue. The road ahead may be difficult from here on out. Loss and separation may be inevitable to reach your goal, or worse still, ruination is all there is at the end of the road. But so long as he's with you, you know you will become each other's beacon for the way forward, regardless of having your hopes dashed or your goal destroyed. Before the remaining flowers wither, you stand on tiptoes and kiss him on the lips. It is an invitation to dive into the river of love together, to stand steadfast by each other's side, a vow for a lifetime, whether spring flashes by like lightning or winter settles in with its biting chill. Your promise endures unshaken and eternal. What the hell? What? Saya?
喂，我刚看到消息，知道你忙完就直接打过来了。啊，对，典礼已经结束了。给法学院的优秀学生颁奖，也没什么特别的感觉，就是稍微有些感慨。因为有几个学生在典礼结束后拦着我问了不少问题。 他们的问题都很真实。其中一个说，因为感受到了理想和现实的差距，对未来充满迷茫。不知道怎么回事，突然想到你了。你上学时有过类似的烦恼吗？不，没什么人生建议。我只是在想，如果那时候就认识你。 那我大概会做你身边的倾听者吧。我一定是个很好的倾诉对象。
My senpai，
听你倾诉烦恼，给你回应和陪伴。你的每一种情绪，我都感同身受。
His
只是有些
face。
时候我也不知道该怎么回应，索性陪你一起迷茫。我们可以什么都不管，就围着学校的草坪散步。 从清晨到黄昏，等待夜晚，也等新的一天。想对你的过去再多了解一些，感受你的喜怒哀乐，点点滴滴。你要讲给我听？等我这次回去就讲吗？那说好了。要是推开外面那扇门，就能到你身边就好了。你是在笑我不切实际的想法吗？被你发现了，我确实很想你。我会尽快忙完首都的事，早点回家。回去见。
Artem can't do this, man. He cannot do this. Artem. My God. 150? That's a lot. The hell? Salah. Oh my God. Yes. Chat, I don't know. I'm like so in love with Artem. I'm just so in love with him. He's so good. He's just so good, you know? So good. He's so good. Is there a new card right now? No new card. I'm so ready for the next banner. I've got 100. Holy shit. The next banner is going to be 4 SSR. Oh my god. Okay. Alright. Guys, chat. I guess this is it. This is it. This is going to be the end of our stream. I'm sad. I'm in love with Artem. Yeah. Happy. Oh my god, it's already past Autumn's birthday. It's already past his birthday. It's been 4 years with Artem. 4 years of being in love with Artem. I'm so happy. Do you know how much Artem makes me feel like happy? How much does he make me feel crazy happy? This is how much joy he gives me, alright? He's like one of my dedication. One of my dedication to do better, to work harder. So yeah. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today. Yippee! It's been fun. And fun. So tomorrow is going to be like, not tomorrow, right now, today. It's already 1 a.m. It's already Sunday. So I don't think I'm going to stream. Yeah, there's no stream. I won't be streaming later on. So yeah, today is going to be the last stream of the week, and I'll see you guys again on Monday. Annex's banner is gonna be on... Is it tomorrow? Annex's banner. Is it tomorrow or is it on Wednesday? Or is it on Tuesday? Honkai Starreal and Joyous. Can somebody answer me? Because if Anaxa is on Monday, then I'm gonna stream Starreal on Monday then. Holy lag. If he's not gonna drop on Monday, then I'll be streaming something else. Probably Hogwarts. Yeah, probably Hogwarts Legacy. Or Zenless? I'm not sure. But yeah. It has been so much fun. It has been so much fun. Ah! Okay. Nice to see a cosplay stream too. Yes, I want to do more cosplay streams. When is Maria's birthday? Maria's TOT birthday. I can literally just check in the game. Maria's birthday is in June. So perhaps I'm gonna do another cosplay stream for Tears of Themis. I'm gonna cosplay Marius. Yee! I'm gonna cosplay Marius. Yeah. I'm actually excited for May because I'm going to go to an event by the end of May. Oh! My anniversary, my streaming anniversary is literally in a week. It's gonna be on next Sunday. Ah! It's gonna be on next Sunday. Are we looking forward? Are we looking forward? Are we looking forward? Yes, so get ready because I'm going to release my merch. I'm going to release my cosplay merch. Rawr. Yes, and maybe we're gonna have some fun together also, because it's gonna be on Monday. No, it's gonna be on Sunday, so probably we'll do like a play along together. Maybe I will stream in the evening, so or not, which one is like more suited for you guys to have a play along with me? If I post the details early, then you guys will make time, right? if I post the details early, you guys will make time, right, to have a play along. Oh, I have Repo. We can play Repo together, or we can play something else together, or I don't know. I like the what do you call that game? The drawing one. I like that game. Always have time for King. Thank ya. Repo time. Repo. Yeah, we can play Repo. I haven't tried playing it, but like my friends, they were asking, do you want to collab Repo? Do you want to do a collab Repo? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? But they haven't decided on a date yet. So I got Repo before we even decide on a date. So yeah, maybe we'll play Repo. I have no clue how to play it. I have no idea how to play it. But I've seen some gameplay and it looks crazy, I would say. It looks crazy. So yeah, maybe we'll play Repo, yeah. But yes, I'm looking forward to next week's anniversary. I'm not entirely sure on what to do. I don't have a solid plan yet, but for sure one is that I'll do a play along with you guys. Another one is like my merch release, and yeah, I'm not sure of what exactly to do for the entire thing. Solid plan of what to do, but we'll see. We're still gonna have fun anyways. Oh my god, are we gonna eat another cake? Another cake? It's freaking gar. Okay. No way. Kiki made cosplay comeback. No. Shut up. Okay. let's end the stream now. Thank you so much for coming to the stream today with me. Happy birthday, Artem. You'll always be my favorite Ikemen. Ooh, my favorite ever. My favorite old man. Make a very real. No. Alright, selamat malam. Yasumi 자자요. And good night. Selamat malam. Bye. My front angle is not pretty. My side angle is pretty. Bye. Bye.